It was announced earlier today that Scott Satterfield will become the next head coach of the University of Cincinnati. Let's go over everything that we know at the moment, including from the press conference from this afternoon. I'm Regan, and this is your 2-minute warning. A mixed bag of reactions from each side of the state line today as the former Louisville Cardinal has jumped over to enemy territory. Coach Satterfield is coming off of a 7-5 season, just one of 2 winning seasons Satterfield had during his time as head coach from 2019 to 2022, and a 25-24 record overall. He led the Cards to 3 bowl games, including this year, who is ironically enough facing Cincinnati in the Fenway Bowl on December 17th. In his press conference this afternoon, Coach said he will have no part on either side of the ball and will be focused on recruiting and building out his staff. Prior to becoming the head coach at Louisville, Coach Satterfield was the head coach at Appalachian State from 2013 to 2018, where he led the Mountaineers through a very successful transition from FCS to FBS, with 3 Sun Belt Conference championships and 4 years of bowl eligibility, proving Satterfield could be a crucial help to Cincinnati as they transition into the Big 12. Coach said this deal came together very quickly and it happened very fast. Cincinnati signed Satterfield to a 6-year, $3.4 million contract in first year with an annual raise of $100,000 each year. Cincinnati also raising the assistant salary pool to $7.25 million, which is reported to be the highest investment in program history. One of the things that Cincinnati's athletic director John Cunningham emphasized last week before the coaching search began was how NIL and recruiting would need to be a top priority to the new coach. Satterfield leaves Louisville with a reputation of building one of the best recruiting classes, ranked number 19th nationally and 4th in the ACC. Satterfield says his top priority in terms of recruiting is reaching out to the current commitment list, talking to them and getting them in for a visit and getting on the phone with other guys, especially since the transfer portal opened today. Satterfield expects to use the portal to his advantage because if you don't, you get left behind. He also anticipates to still recruit locally and has been continually impressed with the talent in Ohio and knows just how passionate the state is about football. His next plan of action is to build up his staff, mentioning he will bring some guys over from Louisville, will be speaking to the current staff at Cincinnati and coaches nationally. There are several positions up for grabs as Luke Fickell took Brady Collins, the director of sports performance, Pat Lambert, and Max Steinecker, who are part of the recruiting staff, and it's been reported that Mike Tressel, Colin Hitchler, and Mike Brown will follow suit as well. Lastly, Coach will be all in on NIL at Cincinnati, saying if we're going to get the top-tier talented players here, we are going to have to embrace that and invest in that. And that's what we intend to do. All in all, a great first impression and look at who Scott Satterfield is and what he's about. I'll leave you with this. When asked what Satterfield's plans are to fill winningest head coach Luke Fickell's shoes, Satterfield replied, "I've done it before. I'm not Luke Fickell, I'm Scott Satterfield." For all the latest news, be sure to check out bearcatjournal.com and on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Regan, and that was your 2-minute warning.